What's good with y'all? New Flame Podcast, episode 6. We made it. Spotify, we here. What's goody?
Sorry, episode 5 for Spotify.
It's time. It's
They
time.
finally released us.
We out the cages, bro. They unshackled us.
We're off the 10-day. We're off the 10-day contract.
the streets can see us now. The streets can see us. The streets can hear us. We out here. We gonna start it off kind of dark, but unfortunately, this is the world we live in.
It's fucked up.
I know everybody has heard about the Jacob Blake situation in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
TT got a little more insight on the whole thing, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain.
I never heard of Kenosha. I don't know if y'all have, but
I never.
Yeah, that's a new one for me.
It sounds like a really white town, though.
That's a definitely new one for me. All right, so Jacob Blake. So I was doing some reading about it today, and it was saying that they were having like a barbecue, either outside, like in front of the house, or in the back, or whatever it was. Somebody called the cops because they said that Blake was not supposed to be there. So like on the yeah,
I heard different.
This is what
Those are the facts.
This is what I read, and this is what I saw on CNN.
Oh, okay, shit.
Yeah.
If it's on CNN, okay, yeah.
But hey, CNN is not God. They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know everything, bro.
You
That's
know,
fair.
They be spinning shit too.
From all the stuff that I watched and read, nothing like too in depth. It was just like, the videos that say, "Oh, here's the facts of what we know" and all that shit. So they were saying, that he was barbecuing, and then somebody was like on the police call was like, Blake is not supposed to be there, and we should get a squad car out here or whatever. Squad car came out there, some things escalated, and then on a different article that I was reading, they were saying that there was some kind of domestic dispute that wasn't involving him, but he was trying to apparently, and this is what it said word for word, it said he was trying to de-escalate the situation. Because initially they said that he was withholding somebody's keys, and that's what started the whole thing, and then bam, nigga was shot.
I heard that too.
Nah, it wasn't, apparently it wasn't just that. They say that he was trying to de-escalate a different situation. So we don't know why he took the keys. Maybe that's what he tried to do. That's how he tried to peacefully de-escalate the situation. And then the shit escalated even more. Probably not what he was expecting, obviously. And then
Never is.
In the video, there's a video that everybody can watch online. Literally just look up his name and you can find it. There's a video of him on the passenger side, outside. Cop is trying to, apparently they tased him first with the taser gun, not like the shooting ones.
Okay.
So like the stun gun type shit.
The close
Okay,
proximity.
okay. The taser,
the ones
the
that you
taser
gotta
guns.
do right here, like you got to stick me with
Oh,
it. You got to
you have
stick
to,
me
like,
with it. So they apparently
okay.
they hit him with one of those on the passenger side. It kind of like
Yo, I don't think
Mic
Tease is on.
Yeah.
I don't
Scream into the mic one time?
it says it is.
say something.
Boo!
Say less. Go
All
ahead.
right.
All right, we're gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, we back from some technical difficulties. All right.
Again.
So they were saying that they were hitting him with a stun gun on the passenger side, and then he was demobilized for a little bit, walked around, and to the cops, because after that first taser, more cops came in. They had way more, like, they called in more squad cars and shit, whatever it was. They said when he walked back around to the front, they thought he was trying to flee the situation. But to him, he was trying to go check on his kids, which were in the car unattended to. Because apparently he left them in the car while he went to go de-escalate the situation that he tried to de-escalate.
Who's going to walk away from the police when they're fleeing? Who's going to walk?
Exactly. He was walking.
you.
So he walked over to the front,
More ignorance.
opened the door, and then on the way in, apparently one of the cop that's seen on the video grabbing his wife beater back and was like, "Yo," pulling him over. Was like, "Yo, put the knife down. Put the knife down." It's like, yo, he was in the car for like 0.2 seconds. I don't think he had a knife right there. That's just me, though. That's just me.
I really don't.
I don't think he had a knife either.
We can't see anything in the video, but that's just me because it doesn't really add up in my head if you say that he had a knife right there. Kids in the car. You're gonna leave a knife unattended to while your kids are in the car, backseat? Kids are dumb. They be getting to shit.
The story I heard. Oh, is there more?
No, that's pretty much it. So they were just saying that he was going to his car to go check on his kids, and then the cops took that as, oh, he's trying to flee, and then they said, oh yeah, put the knife down type shit, and then bam, 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 he got shot 7 times in the back, which is most
excessive
use of force that I've seen in years.
Years.
In the back? Bro, if you're going to shoot somebody in the back already, you're a fucking coward.
That's
And like the story I heard,
Oh my gosh, man.
the police got a call about 2 white people fighting.
Okay, I didn't hear
The
that.
call had nothing to do with himself.
Damn.
He was there to break up the fight, like tried to, you know what I mean, stop the fight. But because he was black, cops focused on him.
Thinking he was
tried to just leave because he's like, this has nothing to do with me anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the story I read.
But
I
honestly,
heard part of that
could be
story
it.
too.
That could be like, because if that's fact, that seems like it could fit into the story I was reading about, because they just said he was just trying to de-escalate the situation.
Yeah.
If it was between 2 white people and that just wasn't in the story I was reading, that makes sense as well.
That was initially
yeah.
the story that I heard too, that it was like he was breaking up I don't know if it was a domestic dispute or he was just breaking up a fight between 2 white people.
Yeah.
And then the police, like you said, saw him as the issue instead of the people that were fighting. And then from then, all I saw was just a little snippet. I still haven't even seen the full video. Like, I don't know if I can watch it.
Bro, the most
I
I've
still
seen
haven't
is
seen it.
just that too. It's just like, yo, as soon as he gets in the car and he gets pulled back and then
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
I haven't even seen the boom, boom, boom. Yo, I haven't seen any shooting of it yet. I don't know if it's because like I'm like traumatized out. Because just in the last 4 months, bro, there's been at least 5 different videos of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor. Still no video footage. Arrest Breonna Taylor's killers. Make that known and justify it, because it's still it blows my mind that this shit has not been solved, bro.
46 days.
Side note on that one too. I'm
Ridiculous.
Apparently, the one that's holding back the arrest of the cops,
The Attorney General?
is a black man.
Yeah, Daniel Cameron. Attorney General Daniel Cameron of Kentucky. You're a bitch. It's been since March that this happened.
Yeah. March, fam.
He like put his Instagram on, I don't know if it was on private or he turned off the comments for a little bit. He was like, I'm gonna be away from my desk for a little bit because he went to go get married.
Fuck outta
right?
here.
Stopped posting. Hasn't posted anything
Oh.
since May. Up until then, I was even creeping and shit, bro. He was posting like on a weekly basis. He hasn't put up anything since he put up that message because he's fucking scared.
Have you seen
Because
his
he
wedding
knows there's
pictures?
nothing good is gonna come from anything he posts.
Nothing.
Everybody's sick of him. He should be fired. He needs and he put up a message too, going like, "There's other things in the investigation that we need to wait for. I have to be patient. You guys have to be patient." Like, shut the fuck up, man.
She was literally sleeping
She was sleeping.
in her own house.
And she's a nurse. She was working during COVID, middle of the fucking pandemic.
Yeah,
Out here saving lives.
That's how you treat your first supporters, right?
That's what's gonna
Your
happen.
first
Like,
responders.
how about you guys get better cops that don't break into the wrong
Yeah.
house?
How would they just burn the system, bro? Like, shut the whole thing down.
Not gonna lie.
They need to burn it down. Start over.
That might be the biggest mistake that I've ever seen in the workforce, in any single workforce.
And nothing happened as a repercussion.
Nothing.
for
To this
that.
day. To this day.
Zero. If I'm working at what? A warehouse. If I fuck up and I'm driving a forklift,
Yeah.
I make
Fired.
I make a whole stack of shit fall, I'm gonna get
You're
fired.
getting fired.
Because that's a repercussion to my
If you're
it's my
working
mistake.
if you're working UPS, you deliver a package to the wrong house.
And then
You will
that
get
package is
disciplined
nowhere
for
to
it.
be seen ever again.
Yeah, like
That's
you're
on me.
probably gonna you're gonna get repercussions
Yeah.
for that.
I'm fired after that.
But obviously, if you're wearing a blue uniform and a badge, you don't get repercussions.
It's fucked up.
You don't get repercussions. Because even little stuff that we see where it's like people try to other people from the outside looking in, and when I mean other people, I mean not black people. When they see cops and you don't get the just like I gotta sit up straight.
The
I'm in
unsafe
the car,
feeling,
turn
like
my music down.
Yeah,
sit
stop
up
having
straight.
fun, get serious,
All of
and, like you know what I mean.
And the fact that people think we're overreacting.
It's like, yo, like, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Like, I'm trying not to get.
I'm
shot.
trying to stay alive, yo.
I
I'm
didn't do
trying to stay
nothing. I'm just
alive.
trying to not die. That's
You
it.
feel me? Or even like when you get loud in white spaces. White people can be as loud as they want in all these spaces, obviously, because they're
White
the
people get
accepted.
loud in the wrong places.
In the wrong places. I get loud in the right place and I still get stared at for it. So you expect me to feel safe and comfortable everywhere I am when I'm constantly reminded of the color of my skin for just speaking in certain places, bro.
Facts.
Like it's ridiculous to me that it has even gotten to this point. And then even what was the white boy?
Yo,
Kyle, a Kyle, bro.
Kyle, 17 years young, because this nigga is not old.
17.
He is 17. How do you hate people that much to go to a protest
out of state.
Give them the whole rundown of how it happened. Like from starting from the protests. So
a protest about cop killings by shooting.
Yes.
You go with a gun to protect the cops
From another state.
Ridiculous. During a peaceful protest. And then you just go and you shoot one person in the head, one person in the stomach, and one in the arm. For what?
And only one of those three is still alive right now.
And for what?
Yo, do you know how, like, I don't know if I've ever been, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I can speak for all of us. I don't think that I've ever been so angry that it will sustain a whole drive from one state to the another state. And by the time I get to that another state, I'm still fuming.
I'm still about that action.
Still fuming.
I'm still trying to kill people right
How
now.
you didn't cool down the whole drive over there, bro?
And it's worse because before the killings and stuff, he was walking around with the police.
And the rifle in hand.
Gun in hand. And like they was like, yo, like we appreciate you.
They gave him a water bottle and
and
said
like
thank
giving
you.
him like food, water, and like, how you gonna tell this nigga we appreciate you? For what?
And with that too, like Jacob
For
Blake,
what?
he's still alive. Shot
Thankfully.
7 times. He's paralyzed.
Paralyzed,
He can't
yeah.
walk anymore.
From the waist down.
So he's gonna wake up every day and just understand, wow, my legs don't work anymore because of some stupid racist ass cops, bro. For me trying to be a good Samaritan, me trying to stop a domestic dispute, I have kids in the car, bro.
And like even
I have kids in the car, and you
Even
don't
if they
you disregard
win-
the whole thing.
even if they win like a civil suit and get money, this nigga
It's not
is
worth it.
Still paralyzed.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna bring his
So
leg
yeah.
back.
He can't do the same
Even
things
if I
he could
were
do
to
before.
win $1 billion off of that suit, it's like, nah, bro, I would rather have my legs back
still can't
Yeah,
walk,
and
nigga.
you can't give me
I can't
that.
play with my kids.
ever again.
And even take that in, the kids saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're
Kids saw
traumatized for
the
life.
whole-
Traumatized
forever.
for life. And I don't even know what their ages. Do you guys know what the ages of the kids are?
But they're obviously children.
I assume they were young.
That's what
if
I
they were
thought.
stuck in the car and he had to go check on, like,
True.
you know what I mean?
True.
It's honestly
It's fucked
disgusting,
up.
bro. It makes me sick
It's
that this is
actually
still a
sick,
problem. And obviously, it's still a problem in 2020. As much as the protests and people just bringing up that this is an issue and trying to like rally up the troops, militarize and all that, it's great. But what now? You know,
Exactly.
what is the next step? I was watching like a thing on Instagram. It was TNT. They were talking about how they boycotted all the games today. Game 5.
They're supposed
LA
to
and
be-
Portland boycotted Game 5.
4 games were supposed to happen today?
Yeah, Milwaukee and Orlando were the first ones to start it. So
Yeah.
Orlando came to the floor, and Orlando was just like
Ready to
waiting
play.
for Milwaukee to come. Milwaukee stayed in the locker room the whole time, and then they told the refs, they're like, "Yeah, we're not coming out to play.
Yeah.
we're
so
not
they-
playing today."
So they sent
Sterling.
Giannis
Oh,
and somebody else up to the refs and be like, yo, we're not coming to
yeah,
play.
we're not playing.
And then they walk back to the back. It's like, yeah, we're done. We're not.
So they were
we're
the
not doing
first.
this
They
today.
were the first domino to fall. After that, Portland and LA said they're not playing today. The Rockets and the Thunder said they're not playing today.
Lakers.
I just said that, and then the Raptors and the Celtics said they're also not playing.
So for those guys, apparently the Raptors are saying they might boycott the rest of the season.
Yeah,
they might
like,
just
they
say
might
like,
be
yo,
done.
it's a scrap. I'm leaving the bubble. I don't care if we're about to win.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna
Which
lie.
they are very
They're
like-
favorites. They're favorites to be in the
They're
finals.
top 3. They're top
and they
3
can
team
win
right
the
now.
whole thing again.
Yep.
And you think about how like historic it would be for them to win 2 championships in Canada back to back for the first time, and they're like, nah, fam, this is more important.
Yeah.
If we're gonna leave
on.
the whole time, or if we're gonna leave for the rest of our time here, and be like, yo, y'all could fight for the championship. We're done. I'm not gonna lie, I commend that so highly.
Bro, it's
I
gangster
commend that
as
shit, bro.
fuck. Because even Kenny Smith was on TNT too with Ernie. He's like, after seeing all the stuff that the players did, and they said, I feel like as a black man, as a former player, and as somebody in this business, I don't want to be here right now.
Facts.
He unplugged his mic and he's like, I'm leaving.
Kenny did that.
Kenny unplugged his mic, walked
Say a
off
word.
set.
Okay, I gotta
Ernie
watch
was just
that.
like, I respect it.
I respect it.
Nothing to say. And then Chris Webber, like this dude was choked up talking like, as much as he's like, I respect Kenny for what he did, and I just wanted to be a voice for like the voiceless. He said, just people in our communities who don't feel like they have an opportunity, and then they get marginalized and stereotyped as these black young criminals, you know, these people
Yeah.
who are no good for society, so society treats you like you're less than.
Yeah.
And it's like us choosing not to recognize that is what is making it worse too. So then he brought up, he's like, I love how the young people, like, look at the NBA right now. It's like, most of the people on these teams are like all under 28,
Bro,
29
everybody
years old.
out here is on
He's like, the young people are really making a voice for this generation. Because it's like, we all know, he said, just from his perspective and like the times, we saw Martin Luther get killed. We saw Malcolm X get killed. I mean, even though JFK wasn't that fire, we saw him get killed, but it was mostly probably because he supported black people.
For 3 years at the height of his powers.
Mandela was in jail for 28 years because of apartheid. Like, we've been seeing this. And he said, we all know nothing is going to change, but don't let that stop you from trying to make a change. Because sooner or later, these people who are trying to make us feel like we're not making a difference are going to start to be like, oh shit, they're mobbing up now. They're coming for us.
Thanks.
They got suits now too, and they're not these niggas with guns, bro. There's people with briefcases and suits ready to give you that legal action because we deserve and we demand justice. Because at this point, bro,
it's not working.
What else is there to say? Like, even a protest, as much as I appreciate it, more power to the people for the protest, but like, what are we doing it for?
I would hope that they start to take the fucking protest seriously, because it was going strong for like a month there.
Yeah.
And it felt like longer, obviously, because of COVID. Everybody was just like in the house, and you were seeing it day after day, hour after hour. There's a city, there's another riot, there's another
but then
city,
eventually,
another
like,
riot.
it just stopped.
And then exactly it
Like
just stopped. It
news
just
and
stopped
everything.
being all over the news and everything like
Apparently,
that. So
they've still
the coverage
been going hard.
They've been going hard, bro.
Yeah,
Apparently
bro.
Louisville.
Yup.
Is it Louisville or somewhere in St. Louis? I think. But they've been going hard for like I think the tally is at like 69 days straight now of a protest, and that's not on the news because I didn't know that until like a couple weeks ago.
Didn't know that until you just said that.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's crazy. They're like, yo, somebody was literally tweeting like, all right, so don't let the no coverage fool you now.
Yeah, like,
we're in day 69 of this protest in this city.
Isn't that crazy how like just the lack of coverage on an event
Changes
can
your
really
whole
just make
perspective.
the whole world act like it's not there?
Right?
Like, remember, I was listening to a podcast a few days ago. They were talking about, you remember when the Amazon rainforest was on fire?
Yeah,
What happened to it?
exactly. It's probably still on fire.
Remember when
right now.
Australia was on fire? What happened to it?
Probably still on fire a little bit.
How would we know though? How would we know? It's like,
And I remember just telling you, because when we went to BC this weekend, you didn't even know a lot of BC is on fire.
I had no idea. Yo,
Penticton is on fire right now.
we were driving the signs
Exactly.
that show like moderate, low, and high, like fire. It was on high.
It's on high alert, man.
I was like, fam, how am I not knowing about this? Because
Even
I've
in
all been
Los Angeles.
noticing in
we're
the city.
and like we're close.
We're very
You know what I'm
close.
saying? I was even looking
a 3-hour
like,
ride.
when you look at the skyline and everything, you see it's been smoky like the last few weeks.
Yeah, that's what me and Rochelle were saying. The same. We're like, yo, like, why is it so like
Exactly.
smoggy?
It's,
Like, is there
cloudy and
like?
shit.
It's 'cause
She
there's-
said it too. She was like, "Is there a fire somewhere?" I was like, "No, not that I heard of."
There's
Not that any of us heard of, bro,
There's
but
bigger
that's what I'm
things
saying.
at hand here, so those things are getting blown off by the wayside. And even LA is on fire more
Yeah.
than Penticton,
That's what I'm saying.
and that shit ain't even on
LA's been
on
having
coverage.
a lot of like random little wildfires.
They've been forever.
They always have fire every
Forever.
summer, but
But it's
it does
gotten
always get to
more.
a peak.
Like,
It always
it's
gets to
been-
a peak every year.
it's been
And right
getting
now it's at
worse.
its peak, and we're not even hearing about it.
Yeah, it's been getting worse.
You could just tell that all the stuff that is in the news though right now is still like COVID stuff, but it's good news about COVID because that's what they're trying to push right now. They're trying to push everybody going back to normal, acting like nothing happened.
It's not that bad out
Acting
here
like
right now.
Ahmaud never happened, acting like Breonna never happened, acting like George never happened, acting like Jacob never happened. It's good that he's alive though, because
Bro.
when he's ready to speak, oh my goodness,
That's exactly what.
when he's ready to speak, it's a wrap for these.
Yeah,
niggas.
because we finally get his side of
We're in the full
story.
story. We're
got
in
a
the
whole
full
survivor
story
here.
now. We
We
have a
will get
survivor.
a
whole survivor.
7 times. That nigga's in a wheelchair. That's all you have to say.
Yes.
He's in a wheelchair forever
Somebody-
because of these ridiculous cops.
Somebody tweeted about exactly what you're saying now. It's like, yo, this is the first time. Don't let anybody fool you. This is the first time we have a survivor here, and don't let it I don't know get brushed away that he survived. Like, oh, thank God he survived. It's like, no,
Yeah, no,
they
he
didn't
was
expect
still-
him to survive. They
That's why he
to
shot him
kill.
7
They
times.
shot to kill. They just were fucked up, or God was on our side, and this guy survived.
Yeah.
Thank God.
They got lucky.
But as soon as he's back and he's ready to talk, bro, these guys are
They're
going.
not gonna-
If these guys don't go to prison after that, yo, burn the whole United States, man. just shut it down. It's a wrap after that.
Doc Rivers was saying something too. He's
Yes.
like, I hate how every single day we get reminded of our skin color. It's like, why do we continue to love a country that like clearly doesn't love us back?
And I love his take the most because when Doc Rivers talks,
everybody
mostly
listens.
it's about basketball because this guy is so passionate, so articulate. Like he's a smart guy. He's an intelligent man.
Mm-hmm.
So when he talks, he's gonna hit you with the points. He's gonna make those points like he's gonna make you feel something from every single one of these.
Facts.
So he was talking and he was like saying exactly that. There was one point where like at the beginning he had to rip off his mask. Like, no, I want you guys to hear exactly what I'm saying right now. Okay?
Man.
And then he went in and then he started getting choked up. And it's like, that is exactly what's going on with everybody.
That's
out
real.
Here. That's what's going on with
if you're a black man or woman and you're seeing this shit,
and you're not feeling
that's your feeling, right?
You know, like you feel that on the inside every time. Like when I watch those videos, like I actually get I get shivers. I get chills. I'm just like, yo, it could have easily been me.
And then like if nothing changes, then like we have to raise kids in this
climate.
And they got to be here. They got to see all this. They got to be in this.
And
we got to learn. We got to teach them
how to maneuver
around all this fucking bullshit. Because like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, it's not gonna make sense to you, but you're black. You're gonna have to act differently.
Yeah,
everywhere, forever.
Sorry,
bro.
This is how it is.
I'm sorry.
Everybody else will grab for their wallets and give them the ID. Just put your hands up.
Yeah, when somebody crosses the street when you're trying to walk, don't take it personally. They're racist.
Yeah, it's not
whatever.
You,
it's not you, it's them. And that's the other thing too. Can you imagine if like my parents never had those talks with me? They had you're black. Just know that you have to come correct everywhere you go. But they didn't like dive deep into it. But I think it's because my parents come from a place of survival. Like they were refugees. They came here with just the sole intention of raising kids and making sure they all live. You just all got to be alive. So that's why they push like happiness and just do what you can to stay out of trouble instead of this is why you have to act like this. This is the history of why this is happening to you. Like when I have kids, I can't imagine a world where my kids can feel normal. No, it's not.
Like, where they can just.
It'll never be.
I don't think
it'll never be.
Sadly,
not in my lifetime.
Sadly,
maybe in their lifetime, but definitely not in my lifetime. And that's the depressing stuff that makes people not want to keep going. But like C. Webb said, I'm telling you, us young people have to continue to push this momentum forward in whatever way we can. As you see, like change. The NBA, best league in the world. I don't care what anybody says. It's the best league in the world. Who else is able to just cancel their games like this?
Zero pushback from anybody else.
Zero pushback. And everybody else is jumping the bandwagon.
Bro,
WNBA, no games today. Yeah. MLB, there was like 3 games that were canceled today. Like everybody is following suit because they understand this is a problem that needs to be addressed. The only way you can address it is by gaining attention from stuff that the people who are in power are watching. You watch sports.
And the only people that think it's not a problem are like the police chief from Kenosha.
Yeah.
He said that if the people weren't out protesting past curfew, this wouldn't have happened. He's more mad about people being out past curfew than
someone getting
2
shot.
Murders and an injury. Yeah, in one attempt.
From your officers.
Like
your officers.
No, this is about the white dude.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about like the white dude that like
shot
the people during the protest.
Kyle.
He's more mad that people were out after curfew than like the actual killing.
And that's what's so dumb because it's like, yo, if you want to talk about some shit like that, because what he just did right there, that's victim blaming. And you know, niggas don't be doing that no more.
No, bro.
We hear so much about, you're victim blaming, especially with the whole Me Too movement, which I'm not diminishing at all because it is victim blaming.
Yes.
But I'm saying if you want to bring that over here and say, if you guys weren't protesting, then you wouldn't have got shot. But it would be like, so are you gonna go tell a little girl that's trying to fight for her case, like, if you weren't wearing short shorts, you probably wouldn't have got raped? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, I'm sorry, that's not gonna work.
Because that's the energy you're pushing when you say some dumb shit like that, like straight dumb shit like that. You can't be going in like that. It's like, they were protesting for the first thing. If you're gonna bring that up and say like, or the police chief is gonna bring that up,
we're protesting against you in the first place.
So it's like, if you're gonna tell us, if we weren't outside after curfew, this wouldn't have happened. It's like, all right, we wouldn't have been out after curfew if another
your
black
people
man
didn't fuck up. Yeah.
So it's like, how far do you want to go with this victim blaming? Because we got mad cases.
It all comes
we can bring
back
this up
to you.
We got the receipts right here,
bro. The receipts are from the last 4 months. Like I don't even have to go that far back. Like this is the craziest thing about it, and it's so disgusting, bro. I didn't even know about any of the stuff until we got back from BC. It wasn't on my phone. First thing I see is like your story about they just shot this man 7 times in the back. I was like, excuse me, bro? 7 times? Disgusting. And he's alive? Yo, God was really watching that man's life, bro. 7 times, Sue? Come on.
Yo,
crazy. There's
that scene from Fresh Prince, and it's more of a lighter scene where Jazz is in court and he's talking about some dumb shit. It's nothing crazy.
Because the op has a gun. He's like,
So he has his hands up. Uncle Phil's like, yo, Jazz, you can put your hands up. He's like, nope. Next thing I know, I got 7 warning shots in my back. It's like, okay, well, that was funny when it was a joke, but now it's real, and this shit's not funny no more.
Like, and no matter what we do, put our hands up, we surrender. We're not doing anything.
Bro. It's not good enough. Your skin color is what I'm scared of.
Yeah, like I'm still.
Sorry, I can't turn this shit off, bro. I can't put it on safety.
Superpowers.
I can't put it on safety.
Yeah, I can't just turn it on.
Can't turn it off, bro. Like, sorry, every day of my life I woke up black.
And they shouldn't make us feel. We shouldn't feel bad about being.
Yeah,
black. We shouldn't have to feel. We shouldn't have to worry about. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of white people here. I hope I'm.
Yeah, and then like lessen ourselves to feel like welcomed or like that we belong.
Yeah, code switching,
wherever the fuck we are.
Code switching shouldn't be a normal term. I shouldn't have to.
It's not a normal
I
term.
shouldn't have to code switch because like, I had a job interview today. I had to go in there
and put your white people voice on.
My white voice on. All that shit. No slang. Zero.
No earrings,
bro.
See what I'm saying?
I took off my because I got a lightning bolt earring on this side. I took that off. I was like, yo, let me put the hoop on. More conservative. They don't want to see. They don't want to see the drip right now. I'm trying to get the job.
They don't respect the drip.
They don't want to see none of that shit.
Because the drip is a distraction to them. They don't know. This is just this is us, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm sorry.
That shouldn't be a thing, bro. If you see you obviously you called me in because you like the way my resume looks. Because the shit's nice, I'm not gonna lie. The shit's
and
trippy.
Just because I look the way I look doesn't make my resume any less nice,
any less true. All that shit is true. I swear. Like, I stopped putting fake stuff on my resume after I got my first job.
Just let people be us, bro. That's it.
You had to get that first job, so I don't have any experience. How you gonna hire a nigga with no experience, bro?
No, big facts. I had a lot of fake shit on my.
So much. I said I worked at the Domo gas station. I put my friend's name as reference. Yo, they're gonna call you. You were my manager. All I did was pump gas and clean windshields. Simple as that, bro. And I got a job off that shit, I swear.
That's all. They want to be lied to so much. Okay, so let me lie to you. I'll lie to you for as long as you want me to.
Yeah, but as soon as I feel
it starts to hurt us like this. Sorry, I can't lie no more.
I can't, man.
I can't lie about my skin color. I'm black, so you're gonna have to let that slide.
Yup. Do you put your full name on your resumes? Or do you put TT?
Nope, I put my full last name. But that's different though, because every time I
like that.
What do they do like when you walk in for it? So like,
how do I pronounce this?
First thing is always, oh, you're so tall.
Duh.
That's always it.
Yeah.
What's the number to HR?
Yeah. But after that,
racially
prejudiced. I swear, after that, bro, my personality is too nice. They're not going to not have a smile on their face after
like
this.
After
I meet you, I know for a fact I already got you. That's a wrap.
Yeah, I've been told I'm a sweet talker. I can talk nicely and like, you know what I mean, get people to do
when need be.
Yeah, you know? So it's like
the only
I can
reason,
get that, but
the only reason I don't put TT on my resume though, I'll put my full name, and that's because like, yo, honestly, whenever I don't use my full name and I use TT, I'll use it for like social media sometimes. Because my ad is still my full name.
Yeah,
I just have TT in the bio if you want to go over there. I feel like if I don't use my full name, I'm disrespecting my mom. I'm like, yo, she gave me that name. I can't not
talk
use
about
it.
But are you tired of people saying, hey?
No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Because you're going to eventually know that my name is TT.
But
you're going to have to know my first name first.
I respect the effort.
Yes. You're going to have to see that first
I didn't know how
first.
to pronounce your first name for like
Can you say it right now? Say it.
Telawai?
No.
Pretty close. Telawai.
Yeah, so imagine it was just like this. Okay, so somebody just asked and I just figured out this whole way of teaching people how to say it.
Because I'm going to tell people too.
Just like I was typing, I was like, because in the dictionary where it goes,
how it sounds.
Like how to like pronounce
like,
it.
yo, this, say it like that. So I put TELL like tell, and then the word why.
Tell why.
Just say that fast and it works.
Tell why.
You see? So I'll tell people that first. And then TT will come next. You're gonna know me.
Yeah, you gotta say it sooner or later.
Because like even like the way it's like spelled,
silent letters, yo.
In your head, you're
doesn't
like that's
like
not
that.
what you're. Yeah,
doesn't look anything like it.
Yeah,
mad silent letters in disguise, not even supposed to be in there.
Right, letters that next to each other have different letter sounds.
And that's why. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, we had to start off on that note just to let people know, bro. Like, this is not a game. This is not a fad. This is happening every day. You see the shoes, the equality. I didn't get it painted on there just for
Black
look.
lives still matter.
Always will matter, even if they don't matter to these pigs. They matter. They'll always matter, and we need to make sure that they understand We will always matter forever and ever.
And that doesn't mean that we're better than anybody or that we're higher. It means
no one
that
ever
we
said
are
that.
equal.
We are
and
equal.
We matter just as much as you matter.
Yeah. Shout out
And you can be
Demetrius.
anybody you want to be. Whoever's listening, you are you.
You're you, bro.
And you matter just as much as we matter. That's it.
And I just hope you can support that and not look at it as we're trying to be divisive. Like, it's not. That's literally the most inclusive thing you could say right now. Black Lives Matter.
Facts.
You're black, white, Indian, Asian, doesn't matter. If you say Black Lives Matter, I know you're about it because you know what that really means. People don't have a White Lives Matter because people already know White Lives Matter. People don't have an Asian Lives Matter because they know Asian Lives
And
Matter.
they've never gone through the oppression. Every other
I don't
different
know about Asians.
POC,
Asians have. Asians do.
but every other
know,
people
different
of
level.
color have
Yeah,
gone through this type of oppression.
Yeah.
So that's why we know that as soon as you say Black Lives Matters, because you understand.
You
'cause
get
your
it,
life
bro.
matter as well.
You get it.
You've gone
understand it.
through some kind
You
of
understand it.
hardship that
Yeah.
showed you
People
like,
have
yo,
gone
like,
through this.
If you are somebody who gets mad at Black Lives Matter, if you say all lives matter to me, bro, unfollow me right now because I'll punch the fuck out of
And
you.
for one thing,
I'll
first of
punch
all-
you right in your
first,
eye, bro.
get-
Right in your
first
eye.
get educated, and then you can come get these hands.
Yeah.
Those are in that order.
In
as well.
that order,
in that
bro.
order. Get educated, and then come over here and get these hands.
Yeah, because I'm about it. I'm
and
about
like,
that.
And internet is everywhere. You have it on your phone. You have it. Knowledge is everywhere. If you aren't educating yourself, you're an idiot.
You're choosing to be ignorant.
Like, yeah, you're choosing to hate people.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I've said it in the past couple episodes, but somebody did come up to me. This white girl came up to me, a friend, and she was like, "Okay, so what do I do if I want to support other than just, posting the black square on my IG or putting Black Lives Matter in my bio?" And I'm like, "Yo, honestly,
yourself.
if you don't know what to do, there's a lot of different charities you can donate to. And honestly, we can put them shits in our bio for this episode right here.
Yeah, for real.
So you can find some of those. You can donate to those, however much
Yeah,
you can.
there's
What, $20,
petitions
$5?
all the
Doesn't even
time.
fucking matter.
You could sign a
There's petitions
petition
all over
every
the
day
place.
for the rest of your
You
life
can
with
put
how many
those.
petitions there are.
But then I said, honestly, the most important thing you can do, other than those right there, educate yourself.
Yes.
Understand why this is happening.
Understand why we're
Understand
mad.
why we're mad, why we're fighting for this. And then you can maybe feel us a little bit on this.
And
that's it.
along with that too, because you obviously have to know, just look at like your own life, your personal life, the people around you. If there are people of color and you feel like you have a need to ask them a question like this, I'm gonna be honest, you might not get the best response because we're sick and tired of telling people shit you should already know. Just act accordingly in the future. Know what you're saying, know who you're around, and just don't be ignorant.
Or
bro.
if you're gonna ask one of your like friends a question about it, do research on it before you ask them.
Yeah, because I'm not your fucking
Just be like,
teacher.
yo, so
bro.
like, okay, I did some research. How do you personally feel about this?
Yeah.
And that is,
That's
if
you
somebody asks
still
me that,
educating
I'm
yourself.
100%
Like, you know what I mean?
okay with answering that.
If I can
Yeah.
see you're genuine about wanting to know what the hell is going on right now, or just like what I've gone through, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna let you know. But just know that there's also a lot of people who do that in the like fake. We're fake about it.
Yes.
I
who
could
just do
decipher
it
that
to,
shit.
like-
Just know. So don't try to come at me with that. Ooh, I'm so for the cause. Black Lives Matter. I went to a protest. What have you done since?
Yeah.
Whether you signed a petition, whether you looked at a charity, whether you did anything, whether you donated, what did you do it for? Why'd you do it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you
if
just
you're
do
gonna-
it because everybody else was doing it?
Yeah.
And
If
if you're
that-
just gonna leave it at like when a story like this pops up on your feed anywhere, and you just scroll by like, oh man, he got shot. Damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you didn't even try to read what
You
happened.
didn't, because you didn't feel it.
Yeah, you didn't try to see
feel
like
it.
what were the events leading up to it. What was the reason?
What are the other instances that people are talking about? How this happens over and over again?
Right.
It's like if you don't know, it's because you don't care.
Even reading the comments, a lot of the comments, obviously there's a lot of bullshit in the comments,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people in the comments that are educating like, okay, so this is what
yeah.
happened.
Because they
This is
know.
this is what happened right before. This is what the attorney's doing. This is what the family said.
Yup.
You'll find a lot of that in the comments. If you can't, you can find that shit in the next article that pulls up. All you got to do is read it.
Google.
All you got to do is read it.
And a lot of the time they do that because they know people are too lazy to go and do the work themselves.
Yeah, so they'll
Some
just
go on
nod.
Instagram and look at the comments. Oh shit.
Like, oh
so
my
that's
God.
what happened.
Exactly.
And maybe it'll spark you to go do something. But all in all, we just say this, bro. Arrest Breonna Taylor's killers.
Arrest Jacob Blake's attempted
Jacob Blake.
murderers.
Attempted murderers. That's disgusting to say.
Attempted.
Yo, it really scares me too, because like, yo, right now, he's still alive.
He's still alive.
Thank God.
What if and this is like maybe a little conspiratorial.
Mm-hmm.
What if they try to get his ass out of here and finish the job?
They could, bro. Conspiracy. They could. They really could, though. That's what I'm
scary.
trying to say.
But then if
you
they
know he's
do,
not-
you know it's them. Like, and then
100%.
everybody,
No, because
everybody should have an issue with that.
But they can just say like, "Yo, so we lost him tonight." It's like, "Yo."
Complications.
They don't really have to say anything else other than that. It's like, "Yo, yeah, there was complications, and he just didn't make it. He did get shot 7 times," and we're gonna be like, "Yeah, you're right."
How fucked up is it that we're even taking it to this place right now?
I know,
because we know it's capable.
But that's because I'm seeing.
We know what the world is capable
of. It could be so true. He's not a public figure. He's not gonna have security at his door.
You know, they're gonna go for him if they want to get him. Yo,
doctors can get bribed out here.
Fuck.
It can happen like
America
that. But that's worst case scenario. That's worst case scenario that I just said right here. I'm not expecting for that to happen because I think that they understand that this is a very severe situation.
I'm waiting for him to speak.
I don't think it's gonna be that serious.
I can't wait for him to speak. I cannot
I just
wait.
hope he pulls through, bro. I'm praying
so he
for,
can
I'm
shut
praying
these
for him.
niggas up and let them know what really happened, bro. Because we
for
saw the
Jacob Blake.
footage. We saw the footage, man. And it was even that was more than enough. When you hear the story to go with the footage,
You fucked up.
It's
You
like
can't
I'm already
justify
on
that.
his side.
you
So
can't
it's like,
justify that. If you gave him 1 or 2 shots, maybe somebody will believe your warning shots. Your fear for your life.
Even
shot
not-
that man 7. You almost emptied a clip on that
And
guy,
even
bro.
not that. Even if you did shoot him 1 or 2 times, they shot him 1 or 2 times in point blank. You don't ever have to shoot somebody point blank in the back ever,
No,
unless it's an
man.
execution.
Like
You don't ever have to do that.
pistol whip him or something, bro. Just get him
Bro.
on the ground. Like you have a baton. Like you have a whole utility belt, bro.
Sounds like the perfect time to use a taser to me.
Wow. Yeah, these training men, bro. That's what it is. They're probably training these guys like, yo. At the end of the day, if you see somebody of color and you feel any threat for your
No.
life, you are.
I think
just
I know where you're going
wild.
with this right here. I think I
It's
know exactly
wild.
where you're going with this right
Son.
here. I was about to bring it up.
Go ahead.
I seen this video on Twitter. It's this mom yelling at like their daughter or whatever. Dad, the police officer. The daughter's yelling back at the mom. Don't you know the officer and like reacted by grabbing on his gun on his own daughter?
Black?
What?
Black
No,
officer?
they're white. Yeah, no, white. They're all like these are white
Yeah,
people.
they're definitely getting trained the
He's
wrong
like,
way.
yeah, and like just because like the daughter was yelling back, he's like, oh, and then like you just see
Oh
his
shit!
hand.
Sorry. No, that's fucked
And
up.
then
Because
he
if
like
it,
switched up.
do you know
real
how
quick
long it
'cause he
takes to get
realized, like,
muscle
what he
memory
was
like
doing.
that?
That's some next level muscle memory. That's
That's
army
muscle
muscle memory,
memory.
bro. That's the shit that you learn in the army.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
muscle. That's your daughter, fam,
What I was gonna say
in the
was,
backyard playing around with
if
your
there was a
mom.
black kid, he probably would have got a little farther with the
He would have
draw.
pulled it.
With
He
the
would have
draw.
pulled it. He would have pulled
With
it.
the draw.
Unbuckled that holster, yo.
What
For
I was
sure.
gonna say, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it takes more hours to become a barber than to become a cop.
I
Son,
read
it
that.
takes more hours to become anything to become a cop.
My nigga, that should
I could
never
go be a cop
fact.
next week.
That should
bro.
never be a fact.
I could go be a cop next week
should
if I really
never
wanted
be a
to.
fucking
You don't even have
fact.
to finish like
High school
to be a
You
cop.
don't need a high school diploma to be a cop. What kind of
If you
ignorant
got-
shit
you
is
don't?
that?
No.
This
If you
is a fact.
yes,
This is a fact.
If
You
you
do
got
not need a high school
bullied,
diploma.
if you got
That's
bullied
crazy.
and dropped out of high
It's
school,
fucking ridiculous, man.
you went and became a cop.
So you telling me that I need my high school diploma to go work at fucking
Anywhere,
I don't know.
anywhere else,
Superstore.
anywhere in your local mall, but I can't do it over.
If you want to be an assistant manager, you have to at least have a high school man.
So if I want to assistant manage my local McDonald's,
Yep,
I gotta have
you
more
have to have
education than to be a
passed
cop.
high school.
that is exactly what you
But
have
if you
to
want
do.
to go be a son,
So
you don't even.
You just got to be 18.
You know what I mean?
So what,
21 in the
so
States,
what
I
that
think.
sounds like is, are they trying to say that it's harder to flip a burger than to shoot a nigga?
Son, that's what they're saying.
That's what it seems
That's
like.
what the numbers are saying.
That's what the numbers
Because I know it's
been
not that,
saying.
and because it's not that, that's what makes it more ridiculous. Because they should be. Yeah, damn, that's fucking wild.
And like, do you know
I did
how
not
like
know that.
hard it would be like if you had the gun in your hand? I've gone to the shooting range.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting with nothing in front of you is fine. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same, like, you're still thinking like about like the people behind you. Like, okay, shit, like there's people behind me.
I don't want something to
like
happen.
I
I don't
gotta
want
be
something to
careful.
happen.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you know, son, for you to just like point that at somebody, knowing it ends their life, and you're smooth with it. Bop, 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 bop,
7
bop.
times. You're okay with 7
you
times.
know the power of that fucking weapon, yo. Because that's obviously the only
You
thing that they
became a
taught
cop.
you.
You know the power of that.
That's the only thing they taught you, to know the power of that. And that's it. And at the end of the day, deadly force when the person's not white.
I was listening to this other podcast, and one of the hosts, his friend, this was back in like 2009. He was in Afghanistan. He said he was talking to his friend from back over there, and he was like talking about the whole climate of the world right now. He's like, yo, so how do you guys feel about like cops just unloading the clips on people? He's like, yo, honestly, I think it's ridiculous. And then he went in to say, to tell a story about how he was when he was over there in Afghanistan. There was a certain point where
I read this.
There was
too.
a certain point where the higher ups, something switched, and they're like, yo, we got to tell you guys right now, the climate has changed. We're not trying to just go in guns a-blazing anymore. And this is in Afghanistan, bro. So he's just like, yo, we're not trying to go in guns a-blazing no more. They're trying to tell all the troops, if you go in, you better take a minute. You better look around. We're trying to win these people over and let them know that they're safe. We're not trying to
execute
kill
everybody.
People. So, yo, shoot, ask questions later. We say, yo, we're not trying to do that no more.
No, this is not a video game.
Some people would start asking, like, isn't that going to make our job more dangerous? He's like, yo, this is what you signed up for.
You're in the army.
This is what you signed up for. You're going to have to take that.
But it's like, it
you're
only
going to have
makes
to take
the
that
job
as
more dangerous because of that's what you were doing before.
Exactly.
So that's how everybody's going to react to you. Oh shit, they're coming
And
in
it's gonna
guns
be
blazing
much
first.
more dangerous
I
when
gotta
everybody
move.
hates you.
You guys built that reputation. Like, that's what
Exactly.
happens. Now,
So if
you have to deal with the consequences of changing that.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you want to come into the army, you better understand that, yo, we're not changing back to the way it was. It's going to be, we have to ask questions first, shoot if needed later. And your job is going to be dangerous. It's going to be more dangerous, but this is what you signed up for.
If
and then the
being
guy was
the
like, yeah,
operative
so that's
word.
why he was like, yeah, and I don't understand why when we come home, we don't treat our own
That's
citizens
not
with
getting-
that type
yeah.
of respect.
Like that's not getting executed.
And that's
Like,
coming from
not-
a fucking person, like an actual soldier. These cops are cops. I understand that their jobs are hard. This shit is tough.
But it's like if you can't.
But this is the job you signed up for.
if
what
you
you signed
can't
up for.
de-escalate someone without shooting them,
Why are you a cop?
you shouldn't be.
You
You
definitely
know what I
shouldn't be a
mean?
cop.
You got cashiers getting yelled at, smacked, and shit like that, and we can't you know what I mean? Can't do nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro. If a nurse gets bit by somebody,
Yeah,
or
she has
hit,
to just let
punched
it.
by
Like,
somebody.
can't
If
do
they
anything.
try to retaliate, like push them back, your job's done.
No,
Sorry,
yeah,
you're
you get
disbarred.
fired,
You don't
you
have a
can't-
job anymore,
yeah.
and you can never have this job again.
Like
Your
you can
license is
never
gone,
be a nurse again.
and that's a valid reason to punch somebody in the face.
You guys remember that video of the police chief in New York, I think it was, when he was like complaining and whining about how everybody hates the police?
guys are treating us horribly
Yeah.
we're animals.
He's like, I'm proud to be a cop. You guys are treating us like, It's like, yo, this is how you've been treating us forever.
Yeah, suck it up, nigga.
How does
The
it feel?
fuck?
You just got this backlash for maybe the last 2 months, and now you want to cry about it? Oh, I take that shit somewhere else, yo, because I don't want to hear none of that.
No sympathy.
If
over
it's
here,
not an
man.
apology and reform, I don't want to hear nothing from
Yeah,
these
like-
guys.
like-
People wonder why they say defund the police.
Yeah,
You wonder.
I just don't want an apology. No, change.
Yeah.
You
If
know,
you're gonna
show me that,
apologize,
show me that you're actually gonna change. Don't just say, "Oh, like sorry, my
yeah.
bad."
I don't want none more. I
don't
don't
want
want
a
no
press
more
conference.
PR. Yeah, I don't want no more PR.
Yeah, I don't. We didn't ask for a street name. Black Lives Matter.
What the fuck did that do?
We wanted people arrested. We wanted people held accountable.
I'm pretty sure.
So
I'm pretty
dumb.
sure there's been multiple people that got slapped up on that street. Still,
Bro, they constantly vandalize those streets. all
Yeah,
the
they
time.
tried to paint
It's
over
bad.
it. That's how
Yeah.
mad people got.
it's got to be more serious than that. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be way, way, way more serious than that.
They're
Some
trying
like
to put a
actual law
band-aid
changes.
on a. They're trying to put a band-aid
On a bullet wound.
fucking bullet wound, yo.
It's not gonna work.
It's
They're trying to put a Band-Aid on a decapitated hand. Like
this is ridiculous.
it's
It's ridiculous. It just like makes you really realize, like, me personally at least, America is the epicenter of racism, and it continues to show why racism is ingrained in their society, yo. Cops, the whole thing of police started as a way to catch runaway slaves. That is how police started in the States. They had people patrol and look for runaway slaves, and they bring them back to the masters. That is how the whole idea of police started.
And doesn't that make sense today?
Doesn't that sound? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
Yo, doesn't that
Well,
make
But they
sense?
happen to do
Shit.
the same shit. Now it's just you're not a slave technically, you know. But they're trying to put you back into the penitentiary so you could be a slave,
Bro,
work for free.
Bro, even
No.
even the fires we were just talking about in LA,
Yeah,
bro, they're having
inmates and
prisoners
shit like that.
prisoners
rioting.
No,
No.
they're making the prisoners become forcible
Firemen.
firefighters and go over there and fight the fire.
Yeah, they're saying, yo, like, you guys go.
Probably for like
handle
15
that.
cents a day too.
And it's
Probably
like $2
not
a day.
even.
It's like $2 a day.
Oh,
$2
they're
to
actually
$4
getting
a day, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Or no, sorry, $2 to $4 an hour, something like that.
I was
I'm
watching an
surprised.
interview. Loon just got out of jail. He was in jail for 13 years.
Who?
Loon, like from I Need a Girl Part 2.
No. What do you have?
13 years.
What did he do?
On some fake conspiracy shit. He knew
Wait,
somebody.
what do you mean?
He knew somebody who used to sell drugs, and that person brought up his name. They're like, get him. That's it.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
They're like, yeah, you're an accomplice. Bring him in.
He got 13 years for his name getting dropped.
He was supposed to be in there longer, yo. I think it was supposed to be like 20 to 25 years.
You see, those are the people that I don't understand how those are the people that I would understand that if you came out and killed yourself immediately, I get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
It makes sense.
So he
'Cause
was
that's
saying-
a sad thing to happen to you.
He was even saying in there, like, the way that they treat you like slaves, like, there would be people on a month, you're going to make $20 a month. If you're one of the work release people, $20, that's your pay for the whole month.
And you got to already be on good behavior to even get work release, right?
That's what I'm
To
saying.
get the good jobs, I guess. You could probably work in the kitchen and shit, whatever.
Yeah,
that's not
it's a whole
even-
system that's literally just been geared to keeping black people down. It started with keeping black people down, and no lasting changes have been made. I wasn't even born, and I still know about the Rodney King beating. Like that was 3 years before I was even born.
Oh, hell yeah. I
Rodney
remember
King,
seeing-
like that video is literally in my head, ingrained in my head, and I didn't even see it in real life, like real time. Mike Brown was my age when he got killed. Just graduated high school when he got killed. We went to the club the day after that shit happened.
Literally.
We got planted into the ground, yo. Like, they literally told us to get out of the car. We were about to take a cab. They told us to get out of the cab. Like, everybody get out of the cab right fucking now. Hands on their guns. Hands on the guns. We haven't done anything yet.
Just literally the next day.
The day after the Mike Brown
The
shit.
next day after the Mike Brown
They
shit.
tell everybody to get out of the car. There's like, there's 6 of us. 1 brown guy.
Yeah, bro. It
5
was
black
bad.
guys.
It was
They
bad.
tell everybody, get face down on the ground. Put your wallets beside you where we can see you. Don't fucking move. I
And
was
then
like,
somebody tried to put their phone in their pocket or something like that.
yeah.
And this guy raised his voice like,
Yeah.
that was like, hey, put the fucking phone down. Put your hands up.
I was like,
I was
yo,
like, oh,
what the
shit.
fuck?
In my mind, the whole way I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, this is how it happens.
This is literally how
This
it
is how it
fucking
happens. It's like this.
And then once we get on the ground, he checks all of our IDs. And he's like, all right, you guys can sit on the curb.
There was 4 squad cars for us.
4 of them, bro.
And what it was?
We were sitting on the curb. They give us back our IDs.
For
Like,
like 30 minutes.
all right, you guys are good to go. You just fit the description of a stabbing that happened just a few blocks away. I was like,
And this was what I was
Fit
thinking
the
the whole time.
description.
Because I was like, okay, fit the description. If it's just me by myself and I fit a description, it at least makes a little bit of sense. There was 6 of us. Which one of us fit the description? There's just a group of black people that did this.
there
Or
was
like
the black
a
guy,
group? 'Cause it wasn't just black people.
Each
It was,
one of you had a different description. That
this
Yeah,
was a-
bro.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
This was
Oh.
a mixed race verse.
Yeah, your
All right, this was
ears
a mixed
matched
race
his. Your height matched his.
So, yo, sorry. That sounds like jackpot to me. I don't know.
yeah, what are
That's
the
the
odds?
description jackpot.
Yeah.
If you hit all 6 people, it's like, oh, you got a tall one? You got a short one? Chubby one? That looks like all 6 of them right there.
And they're all colored.
Wow.
That's it.
This job
Bring 'em.
is easy.
Bring them, yo.
Let's
Bring
go
'em.
get them.
Yeah, it's honestly ridiculous.
fuck?
They told us that, and then like everyone was just like, "Oh my god!" Like I remember one day was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I told him, I was like, "Yo, chill out, chill out." I was
But
like, "Yo, chill out."
that's the thing. They can do that, slam you on the ground, holler at you, threaten you, and then okay, go home.
like nothing. Fucking
Nigga, what do you
happened.
mean? I need therapy now.
You
like
just
I
traumatized
can't.
me. What happened
I
now?
can't. Yeah,
Bro,
like
I'm on-
What happened?
I'm dead ass telling you, I've never been able to look at the police the same since then. And that was in what was that 2014.
Oh, man.
That was when I
Sorry.
really realized, I was like, yeah, this is fucking everywhere.
It's
yo.
all
This
out
is
here, man.
everywhere.
I was in Nova
And
Scotia.
then we had to go to church the next day.
Oh,
Man, I'm in church
fuck.
thinking about
Feel
this
me,
shit.
bro?
Like, yo,
Like-
man, what?
That shit actually fucked me up for a little bit. I couldn't
Trying to
stop
make
thinking
sense
about
in
it.
my mind. Make it make sense, bro. What happened?
Nah, I was in Nova Scotia with my white friends.
Yeah.
Don't you know we still one of my mans he ran across the street because we were going to his house, so we had to cross the street. There was a car coming, so he ran. Don't you know it's a cop car? They pulled him over, put him in handcuffs, put him in the thing, started speeding up to us. I was like, honestly, if I make it around this corner, I'm running.
Yeah, I'm booking.
Like I can't. I didn't do anything wrong, but like if I make it around this corner, I'm running. I'm not getting arrested tonight. Like I'm in Nova Scotia right now. I didn't live there at the time. I'm
Yeah.
visiting. You know what I mean? So
And
I'm just like, yo, like I can't. I don't have the money for bail or shit like that. Like
You was dead ass ready to run because you knew you were gonna get wrongfully arrested
for nothing. So
wrongfully.
don't you know they pulled up on us and were like, "Oh, where you guys coming from? Oh, we got a call about some break-ins." Da 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 da. Son,
Assumptions.
From
They
what
saw one black guy with a bunch of white people. He has to be leader of the gang. Let's get him.
because we were in the rich neighborhood.
Yup.
My nigga lives there. My other nigga lives around the block, fam.
From what I hear, it's bad in Halifax though, like real bad.
Oh yeah, in Halifax.
He was telling me it's literally split. Like there's a white half and a black half.
Like people.
Who was it? I think Jayla. Jayla was telling me once that when they're over there, if the cops pull up and everybody scatters, she has literally heard this with her own ears before. Grab the dark ones first. Yeah, that's what. I heard that shit. I was like, "There's no way. This sounds like a movie. There's no way that they said that." She's like, "Yeah, bro. They be saying some shit like that.
No, like it's real life.
There's no escaping it.
That's fucked up.
There's no escaping it.
And it's like, cause like Halifax, it's like there's one area. It's just like everybody is black.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, they're chilling, having fun. There's no beef.
And
like
they just
it's like
post up over there.
We're chilling, like, you know, like people just chilling, having fun. Please show up just because there's a bunch of black people.
Yep.
What's the
chilling,
meaning of
having
this?
fun.
What is the meaning of this,
Yeah.
guys?
Like, you know
Who
what I
gathered
mean?
these guys together, man?
What's going on?
And it's like, why, nigga? Let me sit on my own front lawn and have a time.
And live my fucking life, man.
Yo, I got a question for you guys, okay? Because I saw this thing. I saw this thing on one of the black pages, one of the black like film pages. All they do is follow like the next black movies and like TV shows that are coming out next. So one of the new ones that's coming out, don't know when. It's coming out on one of the new streaming services that I think NBC has called Peacock. Forget what the show is called.
The fuck?
Because you know how their logo is a peacock. So it's called Peacock Plus.
Wow.
So they're having a show that's coming out.
Double P, yeah.
So they have a show that's coming out, and it's like anti-history, where it's like,
What do you? Huh?
Anti-history.
What does that even mean?
So here's the premise of what the show is. So it's imagine if Africa colonized Europe. So it's like history,
Oh, so
just the
history,
opposite way
just
around.
like
The
opposite
opposite way
happened.
around. Yeah.
Like
I'm in
Germany
there.
won the war instead
Yeah,
of
exactly.
the US.
So this one is
and
like,
da-da-da.
imagine if Africa went over and colonized all of Europe, and then they did the exact same shit, like made them.
If they
become
made the white
slaves and
people,
shit.
yeah.
Okay, so
Wow.
my take on all this is it'll be fun to watch, and I'm gonna watch it just because I'm like intrigued on that whole premise.
It's an
there. So I wanna
interesting
see it.
idea,
It's an
interesting
interesting
concept.
But I don't think that would even happen, because I feel like the only way that would be a fact is if they think that if Africa was in the same position, they would have done the same thing, you know? Because I don't think that we would have done the same thing if we were left to our own vices. If they would have just left us alone, we would have been fine.
We would have stayed there.
Would have been a
yo.
wrap. So, yo, we don't need to leave here. It would have been
We
good.
don't need boats. We have everything
Yeah.
We
here.
got everything
But
here,
they're
man.
thinking like, oh no, you know, it's kind. I feel like in my mind, I'm thinking of it as a justification, as to like, oh no, if they were in the same position, they would have done it too. But I don't think that we would have, you know,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think
And
we
like, you
would've.
can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Like,
because it wouldn't have happened if they didn't do it.
I don't
Then
think
I
we
don't
would've.
think,
Yeah,
truly,
no.
I don't think that anybody would have done it.
Because even if you look at it, like just like historical, like the cultures of African people and even like indigenous people, raised on peace, yo. Raised on community. Raised on everybody is your brother or sister.
yeah, like tribes and like
Yeah.
different like we.
Capitalism was not a thing. It was socialism,
Yeah.
and like everybody wins together. We
was-
would not have done that shit. We would have probably made the United Nations. Let's be real.
We
We would have made
kills
it.
a lion, whole village eats.
Yeah,
Nigga.
exactly, bro. Exactly.
Bro, Mansa Musa, the richest man in the history of the world.
Of the world.
history of the world to this day still. You think that Jeff Bezos got money? Nah. Mansa Musa was out here. I don't know what his numbers are, but
Stupid.
this nigga is in the Hall of Fame.
Yo, for real. Number one.
But him, he didn't meet his downfall until people in Europe finally found out his name. So, because for decades, they didn't know who he was. And then when they saw him on like, because there's this one famous, like really famous map. It was like the first map of like, or the first really famous map of the whole world. And his picture is there.
Oh damn.
Holding a piece of gold. And like, yo, so who's that? And once they got all the info, it's like
gold.
okay,
It's gold.
cool. And then they went over and took over. So it's like, you see, because he was minding his own damn business.
That's
He
it.
didn't have no like ideas of like, you know what? let's go fuck up these white people real quick. You know,
Yeah.
I need some
He had the
white
money
slaves
to
under
do
my
that.
feet. It's
He
like,
had the
nah,
money
fam.
to do it if he wanted
He
to.
had, if he wanted to, he had the money to do it because he was, bro. Hands and feet are like head and shoulders above the rest.
Yeah, bro. And
In
the thing
terms
was
of
too,
money.
he used to, which also like proves my point of why I know we wouldn't colonize people. Everywhere he traveled, he would give out gold.
Bro, there's a whole
He would give it out. They said he lost his fortune by just giving it out to people.
There's a whole like
Come
there's-
on, man.
There's a whole trail because like he started in Western Africa, and then he's like, you know what? I want to travel to Eastern Africa. On his whole way there, on the route, bro, he's giving out money to the peasants and stuff. He's making churches, like literally building churches.
bro.
Like, yo, we're in this new city. They don't got a church. Yo, build them a church real quick.
Let me hook that up.
On to the next one. Okay, next. Oh, they don't got a church either. Yo, build them a church real quick. Build them a fucking I don't know.
Yeah, what you guys
Any
need?
different other kind of buildings. He's like, yo, I'm trying to build. He's like, I'm trying to give back. Type
That's
shit.
it, bro.
Obviously, they did say that he had slaves.
Yeah. Slaves wasn't
In
just like
Africa.
I'm not going to go ahead and blame white people for creating the idea of slaves. Slaves have been there for a long time. I'm just saying
Colonization was
different.
that's a whole nother
Yeah.
level. 'Cause
Different.
that needed like almost genocide.
Yeah.
to
And
happen.
even slavery in itself, it was a thing, but like American slavery, nothing comparable to it. I don't care what anybody says. In the grand scheme of things, and like the consequences of what that shit did to a whole race of people, like literally a whole people is
For
fucked up because
hundreds
of that.
of years
Hundreds.
to come.
And that's the fucked up part. There's already been hundreds of years, and there's more.
It's fucked
There's
up.
gonna be more. It's terrible, man. These people, and I'm not just saying the white people, because there's obviously ally white people out there too. There's allies all around. I'm just stating facts. I'm stating facts. There needs to be a change, and the people who are in power are the reason for this turmoil everywhere, bro. Constant destruction, constant deaths, killings. Black people are dying every single day. Just imagine the ones that aren't being televised.
Yeah, a lot of them are
Because the
like
ones that
covered
aren't
up.
filmed
and-
are the ones that aren't getting filmed are getting swept under the
Yeah.
rug.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know a lot of them, but rest in peace to all of them. Because like, I don't want to say you've been forgotten, but it's like we've failed them because they have been forgotten.
Yeah, their stories are
Even
not getting
the
told.
whole how everybody's saying like the Black Lives Matter movement has like started to calm down since the George Floyd protests, which they're right to an extent. There's not as many protests because people understand protesting is not the only thing that you should do if you want action. You need to speak to people in power. You need to bring people together and cause change, at least in your community, just so people can understand how serious you are about it. Voting, people not being able to vote. In the States, like little felonies, like if you go to jail for weed, like
1
under
gram,
3 grams
man,
of weed.
1 gram.
1 gram weed, you
It's a
can't,
wrap.
you're a felon
It's
for
a
15
wrap.
years at least.
And that's fucked up.
That's very fucked up, and
For
that's
having
why
a double on
they
you.
should definitely
For having a double on you.
release. They should definitely release the ones that are in jail because of that reason. Because, bro, you telling me that if I would have done this 5 years later, it would have been legal?
Yeah.
Right? Like
And now I'm serving a 13-year sentence.
Right? I can
Whoa.
walk to a store and buy it.
Whoa.
There should not be people in jail
Yeah,
for it.
Absolutely not.
not at all,
Absolutely not.
bro. Even for the voting shit, I don't know how the whole system that they're doing this year for voting is going, but if they're saying they're doing the mail-in ballots, right? Bro, there's literally videos
I've seen videos of
them
trucks.
picking up the mailboxes
Yep.
and putting them like in the truck, back of the truck bed, and
And
just driving them
driving
shits
off.
off. And then
who's
this
controlling
dude
that?
Trump wants to say, "Oh yeah, actually your votes might not get here." I wonder fucking why, bro.
There's nowhere for me to send it, fam.
What the hell are you
Like,
doing out here, man? And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I could talk too much on that because all I've seen is that video. I don't know how they're doing it
And I'm not in the state.
exactly.
So like,
That's like a little.
I'm on the
removed from
outside
us. We would
looking
have to
in
check
on
in
that.
more.
Yeah.
I still think Trump's a dickhead, but like,
Oh, he's
Don't
been
we
a
all?
dickhead.
Outside.
He's
Don't
been a dickhead.
we all,
He's beyond
yo?
a dickhead. Yeah, he's fucked up.
yeah.
But even LeBron was saying, like, I think he said this last week. He's like, yo, honestly, all I'm thinking about, half my mind is thinking is firmly planted in these playoffs. Half my mind is firmly planted in how the hell am I going to help my people out here?
Because that's all, and that shows the genuineness right there.
He's
yo.
doing a lot.
You literally have a whole school. You made a whole school.
Made a whole school. He got with some of the people that own like the Dodger Stadium, and now they're doing
Yep.
a whole voting ballot in all of Dodger Stadium.
Dodger
That's hard.
Stadium
They're
is a
turning the
polling
whole
place.
thing into a
That's
a
hard.
voting ballot.
Yep.
Think about
Him
how
and the
many
Dodgers.
thousands of people they can get through there.
That's hard.
You know, he's making a difference, but it's
Making
like
change.
he even feels like he's not doing enough, because I feel like I'm not doing enough. I constantly feel like I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
And one of the things, like, I'm not gonna like try and make an excuse for myself, but if I had the money to do the things that I wish I could do, I would do it. But it's like I also have to understand that there's grassroots things that we can all do to try and make a difference.
True.
Like TT said, we're gonna put the Black Lives Matter card in the YouTube bio so y'all can check it out. I'm sure, like most of us, a lot of you have probably already donated, signed some petitions,
Been
post on your story. All we could say,
We just had a
continue.
protest a few weeks ago. People were pulling up there.
Yeah, bro. There's been mad protests in Calgary, and like I appreciate everybody for coming through and making their voices be heard. But it's beyond protest at this point, because we need action. We're not feeling the same effects as they are in the States, because it's all over the news, and it's more just in your face.
It hits
I feel
home
like
more.
Canada,
It hits home more for them.
yeah, because they see
it's
it
definitely in their backyard, like
in
way
their
more.
family. They probably got
way
a cousin,
more-
a brother, a sister who've been
Yeah.
shot at or is in prison right now. You know, for us, it's in Canada. I'll say it. It's covert racism.
but it's still there.
They're trying to
It
be
still
nice about it.
happens,
They'll do those comments like in elementary school. You remember seeing that video of like, oh, how did you do in class? Did you get an F on your test today? It's like, yo,
Oh yeah, I had a test. Oh, what you get an F?
yeah.
Everybody got that joke of, oh, the lights are off. Can't even see so and so. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah,
I've never gotten those, but
Uh-huh.
that's because I'm of lighter
I,
skin.
mean, I was getting those jokes like
So, yeah,
7
that's
Up
funny.
when you played 7 Up. Put your thumb down, and then they turn the lights off too. I'll just be like, oh, here we fucking go again, bro. Okay, I get it. I'm black. I know.
No, I never got that.
At least
But
I got
it was just
white
like
teeth, though.
sometimes it was just like I was never dark enough for
Yup.
black people, not white enough for the white people.
Yep.
So it's like I had to find those people that didn't give a fuck.
And even that shouldn't be something. That's another, like, that's more divisiveness in our own community. And we also have to do better at not being divided, you know? Like, he's black, I'm black, he's black. We're all black. There's no light skin, there's no dark skin.
Yo, honestly,
black,
all that
yo.
really matters is, if I go outside, are they going to think I'm black?
Then you're black.
They're going to think you're black.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like no
So,
matter,
you're
like
black.
yeah.
If you step outside and somebody has the nerve to even have a second thought, and you're black, bro.
Yes, if you're
Like, take it.
if you're 50% black, sorry, you're black.
You're black.
Yeah.
No one's ever gonna say that 50%.
Exactly.
I
No,
heard
nobody's
a
ever not gonna see it.
Exactly,
Never.
because that's all they're gonna see.
Yeah,
soon as, oh,
certain
yeah, he's
people are
black.
not gonna look past it. They're gonna be like, but
So, yeah, oh, he's black.
you know what I
But I heard a
mean?
quote yesterday of this person was like, "Yo, I think because they were doing like a race. It was like this Survivor type race where you gotta travel the fucking world.
Travel the world and
Amazing Race.
Yeah, one of those types.
yeah,
One of
yeah.
those types things. And one of the girls was like, "It doesn't matter if we're last, bro. We're trying to get to the first place. They don't. You know what they call?" She's like, "Yo, you know what they call the doctor that was last place in medical school? A doctor." Because he's a fucking doctor. It doesn't
it,
matter
bro.
if you're 50% black. Yo, you're fucking black. I'm sorry. it
Doesn't
it is
matter.
what it
Sorry,
is.
not sorry,
You
yo.
know what I mean?
It is
Embrace
what
that
it is.
shit. All right. Well, like I said, we wanted to just start on a light note, but we did the whole shit based on this.
Yo,
Because I'm telling you,
There's
we
too
could
much
do,
ammunition on this.
we could do this for
There's
hours. We
too
could do
much
this for
ammunition.
days.
This is
bro.
our lives.
We literally
this
live with
is-
this every single day.
And honestly, I don't know about y'all, but I don't get to talk about it a lot.
No, not
I
enough.
don't. I don't.
Not enough.
Not
Exactly.
enough.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. And that's another thing we need to do more of, just in the community. We need to understand like this shit is happening all around the world
Yeah,
and
have-
in our backyard.
Have those conversations, man. With your
Raise
friends.
awareness.
Yeah,
Figure out how
man.
you're gonna,
Get some education
something.
in you. Do something different, man. Just try to make a change, at least in your own life, so somebody else can be inspired by you trying to make a difference.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Exactly.
we're going to sign off there. New Flame Podcast. Spotify, we see you. Y'all got a great episode. Welcome to the team. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Apple Podcasts. And we will continue to push change and this Flame City movement, because beyond all the creatives and everybody trying to, everybody actually building and bringing energy to the city, we also need to be educated, like places like the UBPA organization, the people who are always organizing all the protests. Follow them on Instagram, because I'm sure, follow 10 out of 10 on Instagram. You will get some sort of content. You will learn something that you didn't know about the day before.
Yo, they pull up to the town halls too. They clap back
Like
at
it's
all the
nothing.
at all the council members.
They're
and everything.
gangsters,
Like, yeah,
fuck,
they go
yo.
in.
And you got to respect it.
For real.
We all need to do better. Simple as that. We all need to do better. New Flame Podcast. Till next time.
Peace.